So what do? I go to Supersport in South Africa, and all I can find is Joel Stranksy. You think I could find somebody else? World Cup winner. We know him so very, very well, but I'm happy to talk to him about the Springboks versus the All Blacks. It's Ellis Park. I know it's Emirates Park now. Sponsorship all aside, this Springbok team is a special Springbok team. When you talk about them, when you think about them, do you clearly think they're a superior side to the All Blacks?
Goldie, so firstly, let me tell you, it's now about 10:08 in the evening. If you got here a bit earlier, there would have been some real talent here. I do have enormous faith in this Boks side, and for a number of reasons. I think what they do incredibly well. They don't play expansive rugby, they don't run the ball beautifully, but what they do with clinical accuracy, and I think that's probably most important. And if you link that to the work rate, the fact that they're big and strong and they've got all those caps, it means they just have like a package that they define, that they process, that they think about, that they shove out there on the field. That's a package that's very hard to beat. The scrum is good, the line-out is outstanding. Most weeks they maul well. Defensively they rush up, they take your space. They don't. If they slip a tackle, someone else makes it behind them. They have incredible belief in each other. It's just altogether a team that is very difficult to break down, very hard to beat.
Are they then a better side than maybe the side that won the 2019 Rugby World Cup? Given we are, 12, 13 months away from going to France, is this team even more settled and better and improved since then?
Well, they're older. They're older. And that's probably the one concern we would have. If you think about a guy like Dwayne Vermeulen, who's in his mid-30s, getting on. There's a couple of other guys on that side that are, you just wonder, they'll last that long, but will they be able to deliver week in, week out, when you get to Rugby World Cup in 18 months' time? They're older, they've got all those caps and they're experienced, but they've got great depth in the squad. They've got a great bench, they've got good youngsters coming through. There's a they call them projects. They've got all these project guys that are, in the fold, that are in the squad, that are training, that get some game time. Joseph Dweba this weekend. It's youngsters coming through mixed with the old guys. Jaden Hendricks at scrum off. There's a good blend, and I think that bodes well for the future. And I think the fact that they have a project mentality means they have this talent that's just coming through week in, week out. And let's be honest, in South Africa, we're not short on talent.
So we spin it around then, and you were supremely confident in Nelspruit, the fact that the Springboks were clearly the better side. So let's turn it around then. If you look at that All Blacks team, they've named a different side. They've promoted some inexperience into the front row. Is this group capable of causing an upset? Because it would be an upset.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think they are. I think that's why they play the game, isn't it? Because there is hope, and you see it from time to time. Japan beat the Springboks at the World Cup in England. It does happen, and there's no doubt this All Black side still is loaded with talent and loaded with great players. Can they match the physicality? I'm not sure they can. This rush defence for me, Wales found a way around it. I think you've got to be clinically on your game, you've got to be on it, you've got to be excellent, you've got to be 100% accurate, and you can't make mistakes. Then you might find a route around it or through the inside channel, but it's not easy. You have to deliver a sort of 100% performance for 80 minutes. It's so hard. I think it's so hard.
You're making it sound impossible. You're making it sound impossible because no team's unbeatable. We've seen that in the past. And the fact that it was a remarkable performance last weekend.
If you were a betting man, would you bet against the Springboks this weekend?
Do you know the record of the All Blacks over history, though? And when it comes down to the fact when the backs are against the wall and everyone's expecting a response. And I don't believe the Springboks in some ways can play any better than they did last weekend. And they've got to step up to the mark again if we're going to make a statement. If we're ever going to make a statement, Joel, this is the game to do it.
And for both sides. And for both sides, because the All Blacks need to bounce. They need to come back hard. They need to show some resilience. They need to show they can match up to the physicality. And I don't think you can beat the physicality, but if you match it and you've got the ball and you use the ball well, you can then beat the Springboks. There's no doubt about it. But in the same breath, this is a Springbok side with unbelievable leadership. Siya Kolisi is an icon. He's an icon. The players would run through a wall for him. He would run through the wall. It's a team loaded with captains all over the show in leadership. They too want to do something special. They too want to win at Emirates Airline Park. They haven't won there since 2014. I think it's ages since they've won there against the All Blacks. It'll be a special day for them too, and they are just as determined as the All Blacks to do something incredibly special.
You know what a nice bottle of red tastes like. Do you want to put one on it for this
I'll
game?
definitely put one on it.
Game on. It's game on. It's game on at Emirates Park here in Johannesburg. Thanks, Joel, as always, and I'll see you sideline joining you guys for the build-up, Supersport and Sky Television together again. Can't wait.
We look forward to it, and I'm not touching the money because, as I said earlier, we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but we're looking forward to a great game.
Looking forward to it. Cheers, mate.